my channel. I'm Alan. This is Friday Reads, and I'm finally nailing out my Christmas cards. They became Happy New Year cards at this point. But anyway, here to talk about what I've been doing all week. I've read some new things besides GR, about halfway through it. We're going to start on part 3 coming up here tonight. Part 3, In the Zone. So that's what I'll be doing after this. Boy, I've got kind of a perpetual cold. I'm finally going to have surgery this year on my deviated septum, but I take allergy medication, and boy, it's like just a perpetual cold with the sneezing and sniffles and difficulty breathing. Boy, it ain't easy being me. Let's see, I can talk about, I've been reading some short stories. We have a secret short story group. It's kind of like my secret Kurt Vonnegut club. You know, if you join my Patreon for $5 a month, you can join the secret. What do I always say? No, what do I always say? BookTube is a free education. Yeah, so I'd never say never. I mean, once I immigrate to Ireland and my channel really takes off, then, Patreon for sure. I ain't gonna give the shit away. But no, we do have, I call it my secret Vonnegut club, because it's been going on for like 3-4 years. And then we go to sleep, and we all go off on our little way, and then we come back together and start it up again. And so we're on Breakfast of Champions starting in February. But since it's my sentimental favorite Kurt Vonnegut, I've started it early. And boy, this book, I was going to say it's not annotated up, and then I turned to some notes and some I dog ear my books on the bottom sometimes, and I do a lot of crazy weird stuff. But we read a short story of Vonnegut's as well as a short story from, you guessed it, Clarice Lispector. And it was a very short, almost flash fiction from her called Covert Joy. And it was really funny. It was just like her. You can pick out her style very easily. Precocious young girl who likes to read a lot, and finds another girl who has books and becomes she wants one of them, and hilarity ensues. She uses very big words in a story about children, which is a nice touch, I found. Words that little children would not use, nor would they know the meanings of. What else? I almost did a Dylan Thomas poem for a Poetry Thursday today, and then now it's too late. It's already Friday. But you want to hear one? Here it goes. The force that through the green fuse drives the flower, drives my green age. And I am dumb to tell. So I wish I knew it by heart. I've only been reciting it since the 80s. I remember reciting that poem at Bowling Green State University when I got kicked out for a semester at Kent State from the dorms for disciplinary reasons. Can you believe that? I can't either. I was so popular. I was part of the KIC, the Kent Inner Hall Council. Yep, my dorm elected me. And then I was part of the theater. They elected me to represent like the freshmen. And oh man, we went to meetings and I would just clam up and be all frightened and scared to participate with the professors and stuff. Boy, youth, wasted on the young. I'll be, the second time I read Gravity's Rainbow, I made videos about it. I was going along with another group, and I think I have a playlist below. I think it's open to the public. It's just the Book Chemists playlist. I look back on there and some of my comments, but I haven't made any specific videos on Gravity's Rainbow. Like, for example, WTF, would you even want to read the thing, let alone 3 times? And I do get a feeling of accomplishment by reading it, by reading hard books. When people say there's like 100 rabbit holes in here, they're not necessarily talking about rabbit holes as in like real life rabbit holes you can go down, although there's some. They're talking about rabbit holes within the world of Gravity's Rainbow, within the world of, it takes place in like the end of World War II, right? Well, true, but it also takes place during Vietnam in the 60s and different locations in Europe. And what do you do when you find yourself understanding it and following along and actually getting the organizations and the White Visitation and Pisces is an acronym for, I forget, but it's under the White Visitation. It's the PSI, the woohoo, the psych, like telekinesis and dreaming. It's that section of the hospital, and that's entirely different from like the Pavlovian section of the that they do on dogs, and then they do on humans, Slothrop, for example. Leave a note or leave a comment below if you recognize anything I'm talking about. Like, subscribe, make a comment, I'll reply back to you. Thanks a lot.